One afternoon, he saw some distance away a woman on a park bench leaning forward with her hands on her knees as she apparently talked to a pair of squirrels, one gray, one red, who stood upright on their hind legs to twitch their noses at her. Occasionally, she would laugh as if the squirrels had made a joke, while at other times she nodded solemnly. Jack was so surprised by this that at first he did not notice the sparkling lights like fireflies that darted all about her. After a few minutes, the woman gave each squirrel a small piece of bread, and then, with a wave of her hand, sent them away. As the squirrels dashed off to eat their prize, the lights also left, spiraling above the woman to disappear into the sunlight. The woman was tall, with long red hair, curly with a good cut but no special hairdo. She wore what looked like a heavy silk dress, deep red streaked with blue, and a blue shawl loosely draped over her shoulders. Around her neck, a gold chain held a pendant that reminded Jack of the medical symbol of two snakes wound around a stick, except the snakes looked more real, and the stick had a crown on top. A little bit later, 2 days later on a Sunday morning, Jack was sitting at the kitchen table feeding Simon pureed carrots and occasionally snatching bites of a bagel and cream cheese. His mother had offered to feed the baby so Jack could relax. Working long distance seemed to tire him even more than going to the office. But Jack wanted to do it himself. It was late autumn, and leaves swirled around the back porch. Jack's father stood at the window with his mug of coffee. He laughed and took a sip. "There's something you don't see every day," he said. "What's that?" his wife asked. "There was a pair of squirrels scratching at the back door like they wanted to come in." Louder, he said, "Sorry, boys, no nuts or berries available today." Jack jumped up so quickly he dropped the spoon, and Simon began to cry. Jack handed the baby to his mother, then rushed to the window. "Jack," his mother said, "what's wrong?" And his father said, "Son, what is it?" Jack stood at the window, his mouth open as if he couldn't breathe. The squirrels turned toward the window, stood on their hind legs, and tilted their heads up to stare directly at him. "Oh, my God," he said, hardly more than a whisper. His father touched his shoulder. "Jack?" The squirrels ran off now, along the pathway to the driveway and under Jack's car. Jack turned, stared at his father, and then his mother, as if they, not the squirrels, were strange and alien. Finally he said, "It's Rebecca. I have to go to her. She's dying."